Hey everyone, welcome to Reflections, the Wisdom of Edgar Cayce. Joining me today on the show is Dr. Josephine Adamson. Dr. Josephine Adamson is the medical director for Edgar Cayce's ARE. She received her medical degree from Duke University, as well as her master's degree in public health from the University of North Carolina. Dr. Josephine Adamson is also a graduate of the Cayce Riley School of Massage. She joined the ARE as part of the organization's renewed focus on the health information from the readings, and this is one of the most important enduring legacies from the Edgar Cayce readings. She is also responsible for overseeing all aspects of the health outreach and administration and interfacing with the stellar staff of the Cayce Riley School of Massage, which provides a comprehensive education in the art and science of therapeutic massage, and the Holistic ARE Health Center and Spa, which provides holistic therapies to clients from all around the world. In this interview, she will share her vision for the future of the Cayce material. Dr. Josephine Adamson, thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Oh, I'm pleased to be here.
Absolutely. Well, it's our pleasure. And how did you reconnect with the ARE after 30 years? Can you give us a little background into that?
Well, I was working in my medical device design company and moved back to Virginia Beach for family reasons and because I was longing to live near the ocean again. And I had a break in projects, and I decided to sort of go undercover and go to the Cayce Riley Massage School, which I had known about a long time, though I didn't realize how well regarded it was until I actually got into the curriculum and experienced it myself. So I had the traditional medical background, my Duke University training, and I wanted the holistic alternative training as well, and the timing was right. So I went through that curriculum and graduated in 2012. Really enjoyed it and learned a lot, and it reconnected me with the organization as a whole, and I became aware of the holistic health history, if you will, and all the great opportunities that the ARE might afford the community nearby and further away.
Right. And what was it about the holistic health that was drawing you in? Was that something that you were missing from your medical education that you just really needed for personal reasons?
Well, I had always been interested in it. I trace it back even as far as high school, where I participated in some pushes to get sex education for myself and my fellow students, which didn't really pan out. But as time went on, I went through medical school, and it wasn't even a part of our curriculum in medical school. At the time, we had a few nutrition classes, and the physician that gave our classes walked in, and he was, oh gosh, I'd say probably 70 pounds overweight, and obviously his knees were bothering him. And all of us just shut down to him
Right.
and his information. Even though I'm sure his information was good, we thought, well, if he isn't following it, we're not going to even listen to it. But when I finished medical school, I was very interested in a preventive medicine residency. The program had just begun, and there were very few, I think maybe one in Oregon and maybe one in California, and I was in North Carolina with family and responsibilities, so that wasn't even available to me. I went instead and got a master's in public health, and that touched on things. I had excellent nutrition there and excellent kind of a broadening my viewpoint out to the world and health of the citizens of the world. But it wasn't until I came here and enrolled in the Cayce Riley School of Massage where I was exposed to the information in the Cayce readings about the interrelatedness of body, mind, and spirit. And the
Right.
school really taught me not only to put my hands on someone, but to listen to the information coming from their body, and to reference that to my traditional medicine training. So it was just a confluence of a lot of things in my life, and kind of brought all together at my massage school experience.
Right. And you talk about how the Casey readings had kind of given you this foundation to work on with holistic health. And what about the Casey readings, and how have the Casey readings led you in your new job?
Well, a lot of the readings are quite challenging, in that they shift. They don't shift, but they demand that each of us take responsibility for our own health, and
Right.
that is a theme that is becoming more and more clear to me. Gone are the days where the doctor or other health person, or even a new age guru, is up on a pedestal, telling us what to do and handing down the secret information. I think now we all have to educate ourselves and learn more, and take responsibility to prevent illness, as well as engage a team of people to help us when we do get sick. So that is just a foundation in the readings, and I think that is, even though these readings were done a long time ago, from 1901 to 1944, that still holds true for us today, and even more so. So I think that's the biggest theme that from the readings that kind of propels me today.
Right. And as a health practitioner for so many years, what have you found has been the biggest resistance in people when it comes to taking responsibility for your own health? Because you're right, this is kind of a new theme of the way we're headed, is that you have to take personal responsibility for your health. You can't just put all the hands in the doctors and just say that's it. You really have to start realizing there is a mind body connection. And what have you found with your own personal practice when it comes to that, dealing with people and yourself?
Well, I think all of us would prefer to just be taken care of and not have to not have to
Right.
do much, have somebody else, make us healthy food. We don't have to learn about, diet and nutrition. It just would show up. But I don't I think maybe there are a few people that have a chef or a parent who will do that. But for most of us, that that's the that is the push, the realization that, oh no, it is my responsibility, and to kind of get away from the messages that so many of us receive via the media, that yes, oh, there's a pill for you, or even, this special kind of surgery that is a quick fix and will change all these things. I think that is a fight for those of us who are interested in helping people heal. That yes, maybe pharmacological treatments can help, and yes, sometimes surgery is needed, but neither of those things is going to fix the underlying issues with the person, and only the patient, all of us, can be our own healer. We can
Right.
use drugs, we can use prescribed medicine, and we can use surgery when necessary. But it ultimately rests on us to help keep our bodies healthy, so that those things will move us along a healing path, and so we can benefit from things that traditional and holistic medicine can offer.
Right, absolutely. And for those who aren't aware, you are the medical director for Edgar Cayce's ARE. And in saying
Yes.
that, what has that meant to you to take on that position?
Oh, well, it's exciting. It's also a personal challenge. I'm I'm learning lots of new things every day. My position oversees the health center spa, which is a long established, gosh, it's been around for maybe 50 some years. It started off serving only members, and now, of course, it serves the whole community. So I oversee that. I also oversee the Cayce Riley School of Massage, which is fun since I'm a graduate. And also, my job is to help with other health-related activities of the organization. And that encompasses a lot of different things, including helping with the new cafe, the Casey Miller Cafe that's opening in our beautiful renovated building, and working with other staff members to ensure that there are healthy foods being offered there that are in line with the Edgar Cayce readings and the precepts that I just talked about with the mind, body, spirit, and also even flying to Houston, where we have the ARE Houston Center, and that's a kind of a exciting up-and-coming satellite. They're doing a lot of good work there, and we're trying to get the health portion of the ARE Houston Center up and going. We have one of our esteemed massage therapists out there who taught for many years at the school and worked in our health center spa, and now she is relocated and is slowly bringing health activities together with Houston. So my job has a lot of breadth and a lot of different things going on, which I like. It's exciting, and I've got to keep taking care of myself and staying focused. But I like having a lot of irons in the fire, so it's fun.
That's great. Wow. And you talked about the Casey Riley Massage School and how you oversee the activities there as well. What changes are happening right now at the massage school?
Well, I think moving into the school's new facilities a couple of years ago and getting settled in there has really helped. We have, advanced technology in our classrooms that helps with teaching the students. We have improved massage rooms for their clinical activities. So that's wonderful. We have kind of a new initiative to reach out to veterans. So we've had this new class that we have that just began about a month or so ago. Half of our students are using the GI Bill to finance their education. So many are veterans from maybe they finished their service a few years ago, and some have just finished serving our country. So that's a lot of fun, and that's kind of a new initiative to help these veterans track into civilian life with a new career, and to help them achieve their goals of maybe helping fellow veterans. I know several of them want to help fellow veterans with military-specific issues like PTSD. So we've got some interesting things going there. We're in line with the national standards, which are shifting and getting more and more rigorous for massage schools. We also are developing a 1,000-hour program currently, and our program is 700 hours of training and classroom, where we have a 1,000-hour program, and we're shifting the curriculum of that maybe to include some trauma and PTSD work, and also to include some medical massage as massage therapy becomes more integrated into traditional medicine. So we want to be ready for that too.
Right. That's great. And what have you found is special and unique to the Casey Riley Massage School? That is, it's something that it offers that you can't get anywhere else in the world.
Oh gosh, that's an excellent question, and we field that a lot from prospective students. first off, that I was mentioning the 700 hours. Most massage schools, and the state requirement is only 500 hours. And we follow the state's requirements specifically. But with the 200 hours extra, our students get training in just what you and I were talking about, the body, mind, spirit aspect. We have a class on dreams and meditation where students learn to center themselves and also to help their clients when they have a client on the massage table, how to help the client kind of leave their hectic day behind and be present on the massage table to get the full benefits of their massage. So that's it. We have dreams and meditation class. We also have a body, mind, spirit class that talks about the Cayce readings, discussion of the importance of communication with body, mind, spirit, and how mind and attitude is the builder for health and for the body. We also have a healer's path class, which involves not only the student's personal growth, but also different career options that they might have. We offer business and ethics. That's something that other schools don't even offer. We give them a basic idea of how to, of business things they need to keep in mind, reporting, opening their own business, budgeting, just basic things like that, tax structure. And also, of course, the ethics is a very important piece with massage and confidentiality and how to approach a person on your table who has trust in you and creating a safe atmosphere. So we offer a lot of courses that are integral to helping our graduates be as highly sought after as they are. And I think it is that extra 200 hours that employers know when they get one of our students knows how to take care of a client, knows how to create that safe space so that the client can heal and enjoy the experience.
Right. Absolutely. Wonderful. Well, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with more from Dr. Josephine Adamson here on Reflections, the Wisdom of Edgar Cayce. And welcome back to Reflections, the Wisdom of Edgar Cayce. Joining us today on the show is Dr. Josephine Adamson. She is the health director at the ARE. And Dr. Josephine, how has the building renovation that's been going on, as a lot of people are aware, there's a lot of renovations going on, but in particularly to the health center and spa, what's been going on there and how is that going to carry you guys into the future? Like, what are you most excited about?
Well, I'm so glad you asked that. It's all very exciting. It's actually happening today. They're moving setting up the massage rooms ready for clients in the new space. I think the thing that most moves me is the fact that the hospital building, well, the building which began as a hospital in 1928, it was opened as a hospital and functioned for several years until the Depression kind of shut it down. But the thing that is most wonderful to me is that the spaces that were originally designated for patients, for healing, the patient rooms, are being returned to care for clients. Those will be the massage rooms and treatment rooms. And that it feels like the right thing. And when you're up in those rooms, you can, I can kind of imagine how it must have been when that building opened in the late 20s. And the idea that soon I'll be able to have a massage in the room, and when I sit up after massage, I'll be able to look out over the Atlantic Ocean. They just have spectacular views. I really think that the building was dedicated to helping people heal, and now it's being returned to that. The health center spa has been functioning out of the ground floor the basement, if you will, for all these decades. And now it's very exciting to kind of elevate it up to a beautiful new space with a lot more treatment rooms, opportunities for more clients to come in. We are also in anticipation of this week where we're expanding. We have hired more massage therapists. We are an acupuncturist is on her way. She'll be joining the staff in July. And we have extended the practices of our chiropractors and other professionals. So we're ready, and we do expect that just the renovation itself will generate interest and excitement. And once people come in and experience our treatments and how they are helped by that, we really think we'll have a lot more folks coming in.
Absolutely. Great. Look forward to that. And we've talked a lot about massage, and you've mentioned that you're an actual graduate of the Casey Riley School. What is the importance of massage, and why is it something that's so often overlooked when we refer to the overall umbrella of health in the Western world?
Well, that's an excellent question. And I think that there's several components that I'd like to address. I mean, not only the first most superficial aspect is that in our world where stress is, I don't know if it's more frequent than it used to be, but certainly it is more recognized, a component of illness and just as a drag on our everyday lives, that massage is a wonderful medium for stress reduction. There are numerous scientific studies in traditional journals that have been published talking about the effects of massage on blood pressure, on pregnancy, on patients who have previously had heart attacks and strokes, on children with different illnesses. So the scientific proof that massage does help reduce all those symptoms of stress, those have been well documented.
Right.
So that is exciting to put it out there. The other piece of that is in our world that is moving so quickly and full of so much stress, there are fewer opportunities for touch and for the human warmth that we all transmit to our loved ones and to each other. And massage creates a safe and professional environment where people can be touched and can connect and actually connect with themselves and feel comfortable and feel safe. And then, of course, there are the obvious benefits of having knots in your muscles relieved and having those tight shoulders come down to where they're supposed to be, and the hip joints being freed and more mobile. All those just physical musculoskeletal benefits from massage.
Right. Absolutely. And what has been, we talk a little bit about the vision that you have for the future, for the health legacy that is the ARE's health legacy. What is your vision for the massage school and, of course, the spa as well? If you can give us kind of a brief overview, and of course, feel free to go into anything as much as you'd like.
Sure, I'll start with the massage school since I just talked about massage. Massage therapy as a career is growing much faster than average. It's increasing. The Bureau of Labor Statistics predicts that it will increase 23% in the next decade. And I think, well, why is that? It's for all those reasons I just named, that people are recognizing how important it can be and actually what a bargain it is for our very limited healthcare dollars. And the school is poised and excited about expanding to jump on that. we want to continue turning out therapists who are well trained in not only how to manipulate sore muscles, but also have training in Asian theory and those other courses that I mentioned, so that they're ready to go and work at a spa or work on a cruise ship or many of the other exciting places that massage therapists have traditionally worked. But I think that another major massage therapy employment opportunity in the future is going to be working with physician offices and working in chiropractic offices with other healthcare professionals as part of the team. And I mentioned the 1,000 hour track that we're currently working on the curriculum. And that's going to be part of it. That's going to be helping our students learn how to communicate with physicians, communicate with hospitals and nurses, physical therapists, and other traditional healthcare providers as an integral member of the team. That is, the massage therapist is able to provide information that the other professionals don't have, that they can all work together to help the patient. And we hope that is going to be a very big piece of our future too, and afford job opportunities for our graduates. So I think that for the massage school, in our new renovated space, I think that's a major focus for the future. That will require perhaps internships in some of these physicians, chiropractic, and physical therapy settings, where our students will be able to shadow these professionals, learn jargon, learn how to present themselves in that kind of environment. It's a big difference than how they would work if they had their own private practice as a massage therapist. So that's another kind of a fun challenge that they can learn, and that we will help them learn. And I think part of it too, there are other health issues that are under there's not enough emphasis on. And we have a big continuing education component in the Cayce Riley School of Massage. And that's continuing education is for educating massage therapists who have graduated, and it doesn't even have to be recent. All of us, the state requires that all massage therapists keep up a certain amount of continuing education courses every few years. And you have to be able to present documentation of that. So we have a very strong continuing education program that we're also expanding. And that's very exciting, because that allows us to focus tightly on a lot of these areas I mentioned. We offer everything from reflexology, which is specialized foot massage. We offer a course for massage therapists on how to work with cancer patients. We offer a course for massage therapists who are interested in working in a hospice situation, helping people at the end of their lives. And we offer courses on baby massage and on pregnancy. So there is a wide spectrum of things, aromatherapy, that are offered in our continuing education program that allows therapists to follow their own interest and become experts in much more focused areas. So that's fun for us to see where our graduates go and how they take their Cayce Riley Foundation and learn new skills and just expand that out into what they're interested in. So that's a lot of fun, and to think about the future of the school and our graduates is that. And as far as the spa goes, I think right now we're also focused on the building renovation and physically getting our practices up and going again.
Right.
But down the road, what I'd really love to see is that we have we set up a referral situation with area physicians, chiropractors, and physical therapists, other people, occupational therapists, where we can, as I mentioned before, create a team of healthcare providers to help people, and that we can, our therapists and clinicians in our spa can work with doctors in the community. And for example, if I were a gastroenterologist in the Virginia Beach community and I had a patient with irritable bowel syndrome, I know as a physician, and I know from working with that patient, that stress is a huge component for worsening the patient's symptoms. Perhaps then I could refer that patient to the ARE, and an expert here on our staff could perhaps help that patient with through hypnotherapy or through a meditation class, through massage, through diet counseling, and then we would report back to that physician and continue working with the patient and the doctor to as a team to help that patient heal. So that's a big goal of mine that I really hope I can help the organization realize through the Health Center Spa. I think it'd be very exciting, and were I a patient, I need all the help I can get. So I'd love to
Right.
have a whole team helping me, mind, body, and spirit to get better.
Right. And that's great. And that kind of does bring it full circle in that back when the hospital was first established, there was a reference system where there were patients who were being sent out to other doctors, or doctors, vice versa, were coming to Casey. It's really great. I think that's a wonderful idea to kind of bring us back to that. But in saying that, what has been kind of your reaction from, I guess, local physicians? Has there been any outreach, that some interest shown in doing that, having a referential team of medical professionals?
Well, I think that yes, to answer your question directly, yes, there has been interest from area physicians. Many of them are very curious as to what is going on here. Very curious now that I'm here, um, and wondering where it's going to go. Many more have no idea that there is a health center spa that's been here for decades, that there
Right.
is a massage school even here. They drive by maybe every day on their way to
Hmm.
work, and they have no idea that the health component is even here. It hasn't been, in my opinion, it is not been marketed to the community as well as maybe we could have done. So
Right.
I know I'll be working with our marketing team to help get that out there. And I think part of it is we all just need to help get these physicians in so they can see what we're doing, so they can meet us and realize that we're not different from them, and that our goals for patients, we're not a religious organization, and that we work very hard to create the same clinical healing atmosphere that they do, based on rigorous science, and of course all the rules and requirement of our state to
Right.
help people get better in a safe environment. So I think it's an ignorance and lack of communication, maybe from both ways, with perhaps a little bit of historical enmity thrown in there from way back when that nobody really remembers why, but it still hangs on. So I'm hoping once we can get some communication channels going, and um, that things will naturally melt away in the interest of helping people heal.
Right. Absolutely. I think you're right on with that. I think the future of health and healing is very bright as we kind of make that transition into what the Casey readings talk about just taking personal responsibility for your health. And I think that's great. We're going to take a quick commercial break, but we'll be right back with more from Dr. Josephine Adamson here on Reflections, the Wisdom of Edgar Cayce. Welcome back to Reflections, the Wisdom of Edgar Cayce. Joining us today on the show is Dr. Josephine Adamson. Dr. Josephine, I'd like to know, and I'm sure the listeners are wondering, what are all the services offered at the health center and the spa? Because I know you guys offer a ton of stuff, and I'd imagine the average person is probably not aware of everything that's going on inside that building, like we discussed earlier.
Well, thank you. There are so many wonderful, talented therapists in our health center spa. We have, of course, at least 40 massage therapists on staff that are on call, take turns, and I would go so far as to say each one offers their own special take on the Cayce Riley massage. The Cayce Riley massage was developed with Edgar Cayce and Harold Riley, who was an osteopath in New York years ago, and he worked very closely with Edgar Cayce and the Cayce readings to develop a massage technique and also a carefully thought out sequence of moves that would cover the whole entire body and maximize the results from the massage. It includes range of motion and all kinds of different loosely Swedish massage based strokes. And it also focuses on the hand and feet, and it also begins and ends with what's now thought of as energy medicine, centering and grounding and connecting with the client on the table. So all our therapists perform the Cayce Riley massage, and that's the massage that any client that comes in new will get that first. And many people come back every week and get one. I missed that as a student when I was getting lots and lots of massage. So that's the basis of what we offer. But from there are really just so many things going on. There are other related bodywork techniques, neuromuscular, which is advanced massage techniques focused on specific areas on the person's body, specific neuromuscular needs. Then there are, if you step out from that, there are more boutique therapies. We offer things like iridology, looking at the irises of the eye. We offer sound therapy, which was mentioned in the Cayce readings, the effect of sound on the human body, the vibrations, and how that will affect the person's spirit. We have a clinical psychologist on staff, and that we actually have two, and they're PhDs, and they can offer clinical psychological counseling and therapy. We have, as I mentioned earlier, we're going to have an acupuncturist joining our staff. She is a doctor of Chinese medicine and an acupuncturist. She will be coming in July. We have 3 chiropractors on staff. One is here full-time. And so we have those therapies. We also have hydrotherapy, which is that whole kind of branch, which offers colonics. We offer steam baths. We offer Epsom salt baths and lots of different therapies involving water, which was a big component in the Cayce readings. We offer, now that it's summer here now, and we offer sand packs down on the beach. The readings talked about some of the healing minerals in the sand here in Virginia Beach, and those are especially good for folks with arthritis, the warm sand. So we have a huge variety of therapies that we offer, and we encourage people to come and talk to our staff or call and have us help them decide what might be the best treatment for them on that particular day. And people are offering, our therapists are creative. They're, as I said earlier, they're continuing with their training and specializing, and we offer new things as those develop in the world of massage too. We've got
Right.
a lot going on here.
That's wonderful. And you'd mentioned all the services that you guys offer. Aside from that and related is all the remedies that came up in the readings, which a lot of people really love. Everything from petroleum oil in your hair to get rid of hair loss to eating
Right.
a couple almonds a day to prevent cancer. There's so many. There's, enough to fill books with this thing, with all these remedies. In saying that, do you have any personal favorites that you really took to that you've carried throughout your life?
Well, I have, gosh, used a lot of several of them. I think the number one recommended Cayce remedy that we mention in the spa and that we learn about in massage school and that I have used is the castor oil pack.
Right.
Um, and that involves saturating a natural wool fabric with castor oil or a cotton, and warming that pack and placing it on the affected body part or along the whole torso, actually, um, and just lying there and sitting there and allowing the warmth and the energy from the pack to kind of work through the person's body. And it's a lot of people credit castor oil packs with all kinds of miraculous healings, and there's not been a lot of science done to prove or disprove that, but I am quite certain that using a castor oil pack will help reduce stress and therefore help boost the immune system of anyone who uses it. And once our natural immune system and disease fighting or injury fighting healing capabilities are improved, that can only benefit us. So I
Right.
think that castor oil packs are just a wonderful, safe, and easily accessible remedy for most people. They're kind of messy because of the castor oil, but I think once you try it once, you'll figure out how to deal with the messiness. And
Right.
it's I think everyone really enjoys it too, which is part of the healing. It's just a pleasant, wonderful feeling experience. That's one of my favorites. Um, I also I though the readings don't specifically refer to using some of these for everyone. One of the readings talked about for I think it was a teenager who was suffering from what we would now consider some form of mental illness and perhaps hyperactivity. And the readings recommended that the teenager go into a pine thicket for, I think, an hour or two per day and just sit.
I like
And
that.
I'm sure it sounded, I'm sure the parents thought, what? But now we know how important communicating with nature is and grounding ourselves. And people are actually doing hiking therapy or sitting in woods therapy. And there have been scientific studies recently that have shown the quieting effect this has on one's mind for everyone, even if we're
Right.
not teenagers and with mental suffering. So I love
Right.
that one, and I know in my own life it's been how important just being out in nature is, whether it is a piney forest as we have here in Virginia Beach, or whatever nature is near your home. And I love that one. I do think that though the reading was for a specific teenager, that's applicable certainly in my life, and everyone I know can benefit from just getting outside and breathing
Yeah.
and being quiet. So
Absolutely.
that's one of my favorites too.
Yeah, mine too. That's for those who don't know, that was something speaking from a personal place, that's something that drew me as well. Is the ARE is located sandwiched between the beach and a national park, and it's such a beautiful natural location. There's a wonderful Zen garden on location on campus. So I mean, even if you're just a nature person, the ARE alone is a great place to visit for that. Aside from everything else that is offered, and
Mhm.
it's an incredible healing location for nature, which is great. But
The
also
campus
speaking
is
from
in a
a
great spot.
Yeah, absolutely. It's wonderful. And speaking from a personal place, the health readings were really what helped to change my life and kind of draw me into the Casey material. I just found the health
Mm.
material really it's just an untapped source of wisdom. Um, in saying that, you said it has affected you as well in your personal life, but I noticed the people who are involved with the ARE, I don't know how much each person is embracing fully the health readings and the material that can really change your health. Is there any talk of health initiatives within the ARE community that you're looking to implement?
Well, yes, definitely. And it helps remind me of things too. I get here and there are a lot of crazy things. My mind gets going with all the little checklists that I have and working here, scurrying here, and it's very easy to forget and forget to take care of one's health and just focus on sitting at your desk or working on the computer. So
Right.
my fellow employees and I always need to step back and help each other here. Um, One of the things that's very interesting to me is a project, a national project called the Blue Zone Project, and it's a nonprofit initiative that non that businesses and individuals can kind of jump into and sign up for. It's a voluntary pledge that you participate in as an individual or an organization, and it's very simple. It encourages people to stop eating when they're full, to focus on eating more fruits and vegetables and less packaged food, to encourage people to exercise and in a much more reasonable way. Not necessarily going to work out in a gym, though of course that's great, but it encourages coworkers to walk. It encourages
Right.
us to walk and walk together. Even park your car at the other end of the parking lot and walk. And here we're up on top of a big sand dune here at the campus, and the new health center is up on in the hospital building's up on top of the sand dune. So there's quite a trek up a lot of stairs, and if we had all parked our cars or walked up those steps a few times a day, that would that would count better than
You're
a
so right.
chunk
Absolutely.
of time at a gym. So there's so many things we can do, and I'm hoping also through the cafe to not only offer healthy foods there for purchase, but I'm hoping we can get some chefs in to
Yeah.
teach cooking classes based on the Casey readings and on the Mediterranean diet, which is echoes a lot of what's in the Casey readings, and
Right.
teach all of us how we can prepare simple and delicious things at home. So that'd be very exciting to me. I get in a rut myself at home cooking, so I'd
Yeah.
love to see that. And so there are a lot of things. Of course, there are always the the quit smoking initiatives that all of us here need to support each other with, and
Right.
I'm hoping that we'll all kind of communicate and get some of these fun things going.
Yeah, I think so. I think we have a lot of great ideas, and it's just about executing. I think it all starts with yourself. For me personally, I stick to my health practices as much as I can, and just be there to help others when they need help, and it resonates back and forth because we need help from everybody to get us out there and get us walking and get us eating the right things, which I think we could do a lot to make a huge difference there.
Right, and it makes it a lot more fun instead of being
It
in your own
does, yeah.
little stress place.
Yeah, you can motivate each other. It's great. And we
Mhm.
talked about this health initiative. Are there any other health related activities that you would like to see at the ARE for the future?
Well, I think we're excited about the possibilities for the Houston Center that I mentioned.
Right.
Most of our visitors are from this side of the Mississippi, and we would like to provide a, a focal point west of the Mississippi. And there's a lot of interest in members that um, live in Texas and beyond to have a kind of a satellite place where they could go. So I think that's in the coming years. Um, that's going to be an exciting place. We have just finished the building. It's renovated. We have opportunities there for to expand and get more massage therapists on staff and maybe some other healthcare providers too. There are classrooms there. Maybe down the road, we're even thinking of starting a division of the Casey Riley School of Massage at the Houston Center. We would like to be able to teach some of the classes in Spanish to tap into
Wow.
the population that's living there. And so there are many opportunities there, and I think that's one of our most exciting long-term goals in the health department.
Absolutely. Well, it sounds like there's some incredibly amazing and inspiring things to come, and there's tons going on right now. So I'll make sure I give everybody, all of our listeners, the links to get in connection with what's going on here at the ARE, especially with the
Great.
Casey Riley School of Massage, and of course the wonderful world-renowned health spa. So I want to thank you so much, Dr. Joe, for just doing what you do and for coming back to the ARE and giving us a wonderful foundation of just medical background and experience. We're very blessed and honored to have you.
Oh my, thank you so much for this opportunity.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us today on the show. Make sure you visit our website at edgarcayce.org and click on the Spa Health Center link. You can find all of our incredible holistic health services offered here at the Edgar Cayce's ARE in Virginia Beach. Our world class therapists are here to help you heal, so sign up now. On behalf of everyone here at the Association for Research and Enlightenment and MoreTalk.tv, I'm your host, Brenton Bickerstaff, reminding you to stay positive and smile as you go about your week. Thanks for tuning in to Reflections, the Wisdom of Edgar Cayce. And now it's time for the Thought for the Day. And joining me today on the show for the Thought for the Day is again Dr. Bill Austin. Bill, thank you so much for joining me again for the Thought for the Day.
Oh, my pleasure. Always great to be here, Brent. Thank you.
Excellent. Honored to have you. And if you can go ahead with the Thought for the Day and share with us your thoughts on it.
This is from reading 3459-1. For as we forgive, we are forgiven. As we condemn others, we are ourselves condemned. Thus, in patience, condemn not, neither find fault, not condoning, not agreeing, but let thine own life so shine that others, seeing thy patience, knowing thy understanding, comprehending thy peace, may take hope. You know, if there's two concepts that I have trouble wrapping my head around, it's forgiveness and patience. Perhaps I just need to forgive myself for being so impatient. But Casey talked about those a lot, you know, and he really stressed patience. And I think you can only get patience with a real deep knowing, and maybe that knowing comes from faith and trust, that there is a creator, that everything is in line, and that no matter how things appear, forgiveness will play a role in giving us time and patience to see the manifestation of God, of the universal creation.
That's great. And I couldn't agree more with the patience. Patience has been a thing that I've been working on for years, and it's a constant back and forth with myself, and constant back and forth with the people around me, because it really is, they're kind of a mirror reflecting how patient you really are. And
Hmm.
Casey mentioned something in another reading that is right in line with this, where he said that if you find yourself finding fault in others, you can always turn that back around, because you're, in some way or another, you're always finding that same thing within yourself if you're able to look hard enough. And for me, that's been, it's resonated with me over the years. And I also like in this reading how he says, "Let thine own life shine so bright that others, seeing thy patience, knowing thy understanding, comprehending thy peace, may take hope." And I think it reminds me of the words of Gandhi, where he said, "Be the change that you want to see in the world." And Casey's readings are such an exemplary example of that, where
Yeah.
they just, it's, I struggled with this for years, where you get so excited when you stumble across spiritual truths and start pursuing, for me especially, the Casey readings, and finding out how many just incredible answers were contained within the readings.
Hmm.
You get excited and you want to share them with other people, and you think, you hit this frustration where, why aren't they interested in it? Why don't they see the same truth that I see? And you realize that, it's not, we're not here to push things upon other people. We're not here to, just shout the good word from the tops of, the rooftops. What we're here to do is that take those things that we're learning, digest them, and truly let them work through us, so that you really don't have to say a word to anybody. You just let your life be that light, to where people are inspired just by your actions, just by being around you, seeing the way that you interact with other people. I think that speaks so much louder than any words that you can ever say. And that was something that I really got from the Casey readings.
Right. In this particular reading, when he's talking about, you know, don't condemn others, he's talking about don't judge others.
Right.
And to do that, you have to have an understanding that we're all in the same boat here. We're all
Right.
trying to get back to our home. There may be different directions that people may be taking, and some people may be what appears to be further along. That's a maybe. Uh,
Right.
but we're all trying to get to the same place. And the best thing that we can do is help each other get there. And sometimes that means to be quiet, perhaps lend a helping hand or an encouraging thought to the individual.
Right. Absolutely. I think that's it. We've touched on this before, where just doing simple things, just being there, having your presence known, to where you don't need to say anything. You just do exactly to others as you would have them do unto you. If you would want somebody to do you a favor, go out of your way to do something a little special for you, then you should, begin with yourself. Begin by doing those things yourself, and it's incredible the effect that you create by doing that.
Yes, yes, I agree.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining me again for the thought for the day, Bill.
My
Always an
pleasure.
honor.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I'll see you next week.
I look forward to it, Brent.